this lady who has been following along with our rescue for a while, and she's a dog person, actually. She said, I literally just went to go check on my brother, and I found him passed away in his apartment, and his dog is in there, and I don't know what to do, but like the police are here. They're going to have to go back up and get the dog, and I need your help. And I was like, well, I am in Ankeny right now. Like, if you can find a way to get over here, like, just bring the dog here because I'm doing nothing. I'm just literally sitting on my thumbs, you know? So she shows up with this dog in a car full of hysterical people who just found a loved one passed away. Like, literally, the police were there. The coroner had to go in and, like, get the dog out.
Oh my dog. Dog. Oh my dog.
Oh, my dog, hey.
Oh, my dog, hello.
I feel like we were just here.
Well, we were.
Things are going to be all discombobulated. This episode is going to come out on the 10th. And then shortly thereafter, we teased this a little bit, and we'll tease it again. The next episode, I believe, that we're going to roll out will be with trademark, the Pet Psychic. Ting. TM.
Wait, you don't laugh evilly after...
No, that's just for evil villains. It was not evil at all. It was very...
But we had to record that episode out of our normal sync because she was in New York.
Yeah.
And she's an early riser.
Yeah, we told her we record at 7, and she's like, "Oh, at your time 7, I am well asleep by then." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we came in early in the day for us. We pre-recorded that one, but it's like 2 hours long. So Tanner's working his way through that one. It's going to come out after this.
It's a long one.
When you're listening to us right now, just know next Friday there's something coming, and I can't tell you if it's good, bad,
special.
ugly, or otherwise.
We almost should have kept it for Halloween.
Oh, spooky. Well, there's nothing spooky. No one said anything too spooky. They didn't say, like...
I was afraid she was going to
watching.
read my mind or something like that.
No.
I wasn't worried about that at all.
I know. I felt like we were pretty safe. I was afraid... well, I won't spoil anything, but I was afraid Boop was going to say something, like, bad.
I know. Like Reese was going to be like...
You know, Mom, you really piss me off sometimes. I'm like, what the hell? You're like my favorite. What do you mean?
Yeah.
They didn't. Spoiler alert, our dogs love us. And they had some things to say about
We had
it.
a special guest dog, though. You probably shouldn't. They should stick around and listen.
Yes, there is a special guest dog that came in that ordinarily would not make an entrance into town. And that dog did.
Make an entrance in my presence.
No. And that was that's the best part of the whole show. It's going to be really interesting. So anyway.
It got tense for a hot second.
Yeah, you got to listen into Pet Psychic. TBD if we're going to split it into 2 episodes. I think we'll probably just make you listen to the whole damn thing at once. But it's good. So it's coming up next week. There's your spoiler.
Tune in.
Almost.
We got a lot of things going on this month. October is a very busy month for us, apparently.
Yeah, we didn't know it was going to be, but then it exploded.
And it really was more towards the end of the month when we have our bingo event, which we'll talk about, and our microchip clinic, which we'll also talk about. But we kind of got thrown a bone. We've got a large intake coming in tomorrow.
Yes.
We've got 10. What are they?
So there's Shih Tzus, Poodles, Bichons, Cavapoos, and Shish Poos are in this group of 10. So basically it was this guy that was breeding any combination of all of those dogs. Yes, almost. You almost spelled it right.
You almost got that one right, Tanner.
Cavapoo. That's a really cute dog, actually.
They are very cute.
Speaking of which, Sayer has recently made a new home at my house, not forever for the love of dog, but just for a hot minute to get his life right because he was being kind of an a-hole at Carrie's house. And I think that Sayer is a cockapoo. He looks like a cocker spaniel because he's got kind of like the little flappy lips and like kind of a bigger head and like weird Grinch colored eyes.
Weird eyes.
Yeah. But he's really sort of endearing once he like settles in. He really likes to snuggle and cuddle, but like a Cockapoo. That is not a good name for anything. But
So,
that's what I believe he
I'm
is.
not Googling that one.
No, be careful, because you'll spell that wrong. You'll end up on a different side of the internet.
Go into an incognito browser if you're going to do that.
Go to DuckDuckGo.
Ask me how I know. Yeah. Anyway, Sayer has been with our wonderful foster family, Carrie and Mario, and they have a resident dog, Bella, who I'm just going to make an assumption that she's kind of a non-alpha female, like kind of a sweet little thing.
She's sort of alpha. Like she,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's the rub then.
Yes. So she like goes to the dog park and tells the other dogs like, "Hey, stop doing that." Like she talks to him and she doesn't back down, which is the problem with Sayer, because he also doesn't like to back down until he met my crew.
Well, so Carrie has been working with
so hard. We had the trainer go out there.
They've been really
She's
trying
amazing.
hard, but things are getting a little too tense around there, and we certainly don't want to put Bella at risk, and we don't want to put this amazing foster family at risk either. And so they were actually...
And again, we don't have money for a divorce attorney. No.
They were actually going on a short vacation, and they were looking for coverage for Sayer, and...
She put in the Mafia, like, all the things that would, like, not be a good spot for him. And I was like, nobody's going to step up. No. You were far too honest here, Carrie.
But I kept my opinion to myself as to what I thought Sayer needed, because I wanted to wait for you to come in and say what you thought, thinking that we wouldn't be aligned on that. And yet again, we were.
Yeah.
My thought process was, this dog needs checked.
Yeah, he needs a dog to correct him.
And so Kara comes in and she goes, "Well, I think he should just get thrown into our pack and let's see what happens."
Let it roll out the other side.
You know. And that's exactly what we did. And
so now you have 17 dogs?
Yeah.
Close to
28, 47. Who knows what dog math
Who's
does?
counting anymore?
Who's even counting? But
so we threw him into the pack, and I think initially he was like, "Ooh, I'm outnumbered big time."
He shut down. He didn't do anything. And I was like, he's scared and he's growly, but he's just scared.
Yeah.
And then he started to kind of get brave. And then what I did was I withheld, once their food bowls ran out, which normally I would fill them up after they run out. But once their food bowls ran out for the day, the first day he was there, I did not refill them until the next morning, because I wanted to see what he did when a mealtime came around.
Mm-hmm.
And he was an a-hole. Like, he was like, over at the food bowls, you know. And we have a lineup of like 8 food bowls. Well, probably more. Like, there's like 10 food bowls in a lineup on the one wall, and I filled them all up, and he was up to all of them, like guarding them all. And like the pit bulls were just like sitting back and being like, "Dude, what are you doing?
Try me."
Yeah, go ahead. And so he's snarling and whatever. And I just what I started doing with him was just like verbally correcting him with like an but like it's much louder, of course, but like a no. And if I stand up from a seated position and I say he'll check back and he'll go, "Oh,
she's serious.
She's serious." Okay.
Yeah.
So I would do that a couple times, but he really still was kind of obsessive over it. So I moved one food bowl to a different area and said, "This is yours. You can eat here and everyone else can eat there." And he like knew what I was saying. He was like, "Okay, I will eat here." And then the rest of the day, I left the food bowls full. I did not let them get empty. And he sort of like kept going back and being like, "Oh, it's not going to run out." And you could literally see his wheels turning like, "Oh, it's not going to run out. Okay, cool." And then by the next day, 0, he was just eating next to everybody else.
Perfect.
So a little bit of the resource isn't going away, and a little bit of correction, and then also like giving him his space when he was asking for it. So yeah.
Well, dogs are very quick to learn the totem pole.
Oh yeah. So then Mr. Bojangles, who is far and above top of totem pole, that next morning I was going into the other room to go grab some socks, because I don't keep my socks in my bedroom. That's a strange fact, but I just don't like to have them in a drawer. They're in like a basket in the other room. Cam and I share a socks basket, and
we're going to come back to this.
Yes. So I was going to the sock basket, and he wanted to come with me, and Jangles waits at whatever door I went through. You know, he's attached at the hip, you know. So he was waiting at the door, and Sayer was wanting to come to me too because he likes people. Like, he wants to follow you around. And I heard Sayer start to grumble, and I was like, oh, this is going to be it.
The FAFO situation.
Yep. FAFO. And Sayer snarled, and I heard him kind of snap at Jangles. And I'm like, well, and I rushed back to the door, and I just see Jangles turn his head and go, whoa. And he didn't bite him. He didn't do nothing. He just kind of dropped him to the ground. And he was just like, no, we don't do that here. And Sayer inched away, like down on the ground, squished all the way down to the ground, squished all the way down, all the way into the kitchen, and waited for me to come in there. And I said, Sayer, sit down. And he sat, and he was like, oh God, I messed up. And I was like, you messed up. He's like, I know. And he has not challenged anybody again since that happened. Yeah. So I think it is going to kind of work itself out in a way that is going to be good. And I've been letting him sleep in bed with me, which normally I wouldn't do for a dog that was like challenging other dogs. But like, if he acts like he's going to do that, he goes straight to the ground, and he's like figuring it out super fast. But he just needed this like influence of a bigger dog that was more dominant than him to like understand that they were in charge. Yeah. And part of it was fear based at first when he was growly, and then it was resource guarding.
And oh, look at all this dog hair we left.
Oh, this is from our kids last time when we brought our pups to the pet psychic. We just left dog hair behind.
To some of our listeners, this may sound I don't know, harsh or cold or whatever, but in reality, it's better for Sayer to. We're not beating him down.
No, I would never let him get hurt.
Right. We're saying, hey man, like, you can still be, you know, air quote, top dog in your home. You just can't be a dick about it.
Right.
And when there's other dogs in the home, you have to get along. Yes. And you very well may be top dog in whatever home you land in, but you still can't be a jerk about it.
No. I mean, I think he would be fine and happy in a home with other dogs. I do not want to classify him as an only dog.
No.
I don't think that he is. But he can't go to a home where he's going to bully that other dog into submission because that will be unhealthy for that dog. So we got to find the right dynamic. Plus, we got to get his mind right before he can even go do that. You know, so that's what we're working on. So he's going to stay with me for a while. And
well, we've also talked about when a dog has that alpha position mentality, they are also stressed.
Yeah.
Because they're constantly in protection mode and they're constantly in resource mode, and that resource might be food, it might be a toy, it might be like in Carrie's home it was the couch and the pillows and the blankets, it might be a person
is really common. It was starting to be a person, I think, in their house.
Like my mom's dog Jack, he's that way, and we've talked about this too. Like, there's people that will correct it, there's people that will train it, there's people that'll just deal with it and live with it. And all of those options are fine.
As long as you're okay with that.
As long as you're okay with that. But we're trying to find this kid a home. Right. And it's shutting a lot of possibilities down if we don't just correct this now. Yeah. You know, it's that much harder to find a home that's just going to allow it and just work around it and just allow it to be than it would be to, let's just work on this a little bit and open up some more opportunities for him.
Yeah. And at the same time, we have had Clint Knox come out and do some training with him and gave a lot of insights as to what he was seeing. I'd be interested to see what he says if he comes out to my place and sees him in this element. I feel like the concerns change a little bit because we've identified what the problem was for him. And so in addition to that, now we're working on the things that Clint, as a positive reinforcement trainer, laid out. So that is, if he's feeling overwhelmed or stressed, he gets growly. If he's feeling dominant, he gets growly. So we got to differentiate between the two. If he's feeling overwhelmed or stressed, you have to be able to identify the differences between those two. And it sounds the same, but doesn't look the same to him. Like, his eyes are different. He's got the whale eyes with the whites, and he's licking his lips, and he's nervous. That's different. So what I've been doing for that is I've got high value treats. He loves food. High value treats up on the counter. And if I notice he's starting to get anxious, I've been doing the touch command with my hand. And that's an easy one you can do anywhere in your house. pull my hand down to the side. Now, all of my dogs also know this command. So there's like a bit of a battle to my hand, but it's good for him because now there's a resource.
There's interaction.
And there's other dogs also interested in the resource. And guess what? Everybody gets to have the resource, but you got to be patient and you can't be an asshole. And he's learning both of those things with positive reinforcement training and with like verbal corrections, which are working. So I'm excited to like be able to have a little bit of a project again because I haven't gotten to do that in a while just because of my dynamic I'm in my house, but he's doing fine. So
I don't know how we got here, but
I do.
oh, you tell.
She keeps her socks not in her bedroom.
So I have a child who has the same size socks as me, same shoe size, same sock size. Okay. So what we found was we were stealing each other's socks back and forth just constantly. And like, I would say like, oh my gosh, I'm out of socks. So then I have to go in her bedroom in the morning and get the socks, or she'd have to come to my bedroom in the morning and get the socks. But like, we're not doing this anymore. So we got a sock basket. We've nicely tucked it away in the living room. And nobody
they
would know.
make different colored socks.
I don't want colored socks.
So like you could have
That sounds terrible.
white socks and she could have anything but white socks. And then you know whose socks are whose.
Socks are a finite resource. We got to just use them as we get them, you know?
I kind of took you as a socks don't match person.
Oh.
Well, today they match.
My socks definitely match.
I would agree. That would be an assumption of mine. Is everything matches. It's probably rolled when it goes into the drawer.
Do you fold your socks together in a pair?
I used to. Not anymore.
Oh.
But I will stand by this. I didn't think about it until you mentioned it. We do have an extra laundry basket in our laundry room to where when socks come out of the dryer, they go in there.
Yeah.
And then they get sorted and go back to your room.
Oh, sure.
You just don't do that part.
Right.
You just have that.
Yeah. I got a sock bin.
I did see an interesting perspective on TikTok the other day. It's like, why don't we get dressed in our laundry rooms? Why do we get dressed
In our
anywhere
rooms.
other? Why not just keep all of your laundry?
Just have a
In the
huge
laundry room.
Well, that's where Marcus's laundry
get
is
dressed in the
because
laundry
I've
room.
kicked him out of all of the closets in the house. So I put a clothing rack down in the laundry room, and that's where all his clothes are. So he gets dressed down there. I don't.
Yeah, what if you glorified the laundry room? You know, we
Yeah.
got master closets. We're just gonna build
Wouldn't
a
it
house
be
with a
freaking
master laundry
awesome
room.
if you had laundry in a walk-in closet?
That's what they were.
That is a
that's what they were
absolute
saying. Is,
dream.
well, I don't have that kind of space.
No, me neither.
I never will. That's just not. I've given up that dream a long time ago.
So I have an almost 18-year-old child, and she's going to leave.
What are you going to do when she leaves and takes all of her socks with her?
Well, that's going to be a problem. I'm
She's
going to have to.
have
Then I'll
the
put my socks back in my room when I'm not
world's
sharing socks.
biggest laundry room.
But that's what I was thinking. Her room is right across from me. I could put laundry in there and then just make the whole room a getting ready room.
A getting ready room. Okay. Well, back to the podcast.
You were talking about a large intake that you've got happening soon.
Oh,
And then
yes.
you were talking about
Thank you.
Sayer.
Oh, because of what the heck he is. But anyway.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
we've got
I don't know how
these-
we got to him. I took that over, but
10 dogs coming in. It's a breeder. Is he dying or
he's just elderly and can't do it anymore and is retiring, as it were. But
okay?
I think that was the story. Actually, I could find the exact tale.
Well, anyway, this breeder is an acquaintance of an acquaintance.
Yeah, a in-law relative of someone who has,
Yeah, as a follower.
yeah.
Something. Anyway, so we're going to go pick them up tomorrow evening. We will take them back to our groomers who have graciously allowed us to stage up there yet again. It doesn't sound like they necessarily need groomed, but they'll need baths for sure. We'll have our vet on site doing vaccinations, microchips, all the things.
And we did get pictures of each of the dogs that are coming, so we can see like one of them has some eye issues that we want to have that we want to look at and medicate.
And one of them
One-
had a puppy
A single baby,
on the 4th.
which
Is also Tater Tot's birthday.
so that's the day for single babies.
And this puppy was a singlet as well. So we need to name her, I don't know, what goes with Tater Tots?
Tater tot
Corn dogs.
casserole. I think her name's Casserole.
Cassie?
Cassie Casserole.
my
I love it.
God.
Done. So Casserole, though, I think she was born a little early, and she's very tiny. They said,
Which is surprising because usually singlets are the opposite.
Right, they're
Because there's so
big.
much room. They're too big and then they have to do C-section. So
we don't know if she's going to make it, but the question was, so this guy is completely retiring out of, I found the original message. He's retiring out of breeding, and he was a commercial breeder, and he wants to retire his remaining 10 dogs. And so, which, whatever, we'll get into that a little bit more about what that means. But the question was, do we want to leave the dog with the puppy with him?
no.
Or do we want to take the dog with the puppy? I was like, well, we'll take the dog with the puppy because we're not going to leave a single dog with this guy who's trying to retire and get out of this with a puppy we don't even know. Like, we will give unlimited resources to keep this puppy alive if we need him. You know? We don't know that's going to be the same case there. So obviously, we're going to take it.
So is it 11 then?
11.
It's really technically 11.
10 and a half.
It's like 10 and a half.
That's what I said, 10 and a half.
Well,
Yes.
hopefully it makes it to tomorrow night.
I know. I hope she makes it.
So we've got all that going on. On top of that, intakes and whatnot, I guess if you wanted to, should we go into that then?
Sure.
All right. So intakes, we had 9 intakes in the last 2 weeks and 8 adoptions. 8 or 9 now. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, yeah, 9 now.
7, 8, 9. 9 adoptions now.
Yeah.
So we are once again in and out, even par. So intakes, coming back was Evan Rude, and going out is Evan Rude as well. That's a story. So Evan Rude was the
Adorable.
It was a
Lord.
Brittany Springer Spaniel mix.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable little dog, was born in January.
Small,
Less
like
than a
very
year old.
petite. Yeah.
And Natasha was fostering him, and she did a meet and greet with this gal, and
The girl was like a vet tech and
vet tech, all this stuff.
checked all the boxes.
Everything was good. Everything was great. Natasha finalized the adoption, and in 24 hours, almost to the minute, this girl is messaging us and saying she can't do it. It's too overwhelming. That he's had diarrhea and vomiting and all this stuff. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like this, he wasn't having these issues at Natasha's.
Right.
Like, this is
Like, if he needs to go to the vet, we can do that. Like, you
Right.
don't need to return him. Like, what's going on?
So I called the gal, and I was, I'm constantly trying to be, politically correct. I'm trying to be compassionate, but also I'm trying to learn something here as to why these returns are happening.
Right.
What can we be
Common
doing
denominator.
better?
Yeah, like, how can we fix it?
Is it the vetting of the people? Is it we do so much to set these dogs up for success. Natasha sent home so much crap with this girl. Toys
Like,
and feeders
Imagine
and
buying a
kennel.
dog from a breeder and they give you everything you would ever possibly need in the first year of that dog's life. Like, first of all, that's never going to happen, but that's what happened for this dog. Like, literally everything. She didn't have to go out and buy so much as a poop bag.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It was an inordinate amount of crap that Natasha sent with this dog. But anyway, and this girl's a vet tech. So to me, vet tech, I love adopting out to vet techs
I do
because
too.
they have much more accessible vet care.
Yep.
They know and see a lot more than
And they usually don't freak out with something like a dog is nervous and has diarrhea. You know what I mean? Like, they get it.
And so anyway, I called her. I'm like, hey, I feel like it's not even been a day yet. I feel like we just need to let this dog
Calm down.
settle in.
Yeah.
I think you need to settle in. You guys need to learn each other. I think you're having a bit of an adoption shock situation. Like, let's just give it a little bit. And she had gone into kind of her personal situation that she has going on, which I'm not going to get into that, but it wasn't a valid enough reason, and I feel like I have a pretty good handle on her reasonings. But
Right.
it just and we've talked about this before too. Like, when somebody wants to return a dog, of course we try and troubleshoot the issues to see if it's fixable, to see if it's something we can prevent. But at some point you're just like, I
want the dog
just
back
forget
now.
it. Just I'll come pick it up. Like, I'm not going to try and talk you into keeping this dog, because then I'm not going to feel good about it.
Well, and if somebody is stressed about what's happening. So in this instance, okay, the dog supposedly had nervous diarrhea and was throwing up. And the person that has the dog in the home is so stressed that they're calling and texting and emailing over and over, like, I want this dog gone, I want this dog gone. The dog isn't having a good time because that dog is in an environment where the person is stressed about them being there and they can feel that.
Right. So this was at 7, 8 o'clock at night, and I said, well, I can't come get this dog tonight. I'm going to have to find a foster. You're just going to have to hang on to him, and I'll be in touch, and I'll communicate with you through every step, and we'll get this figured out. And she starts blowing up my phone at 6:45 the next morning.
Oh, God.
Saying,
wrong phone to blow up.
Right. Saying, if you could come get him this morning. She was overwhelmed and frustrated. He was vomiting in his kennel, had diarrhea again. Yada,
and then she was
yada,
saying, like, has he had a fecal test? Like, he had. But, like, has he had a fecal test? I think he's, like, really sick. No, he was fine.
Right.
But anyway.
And then again at 7:45, so an hour later, just threw up 2 more times, not interested in eating or drinking, and is very dumpy. And so I'm like, okay.
Oh, this is...
So then she calls me, and I'm like, I'm working on this. Like, it's 6:45 in the morning.
Right. No one's even going to be able to answer.
It's been another 12 hours. I'm not going to find a foster at 2 a.m. Like, we're working on this. And we had a bunch of other shit happening all at the same time.
Yes.
So anyway, by 9:30, I had a foster. I said, we have a foster. I can pick him up around 1. So that was the microchip day, and the Johnson barn day. And I finally got over to her house at 1 o'clock, and her dad was there to meet me. She had to go to work. And so he met me there, and I get there, and I'm anticipating, like, I'm going to have to take this dog straight to emergency
like
vet.
a sick dog.
Like,
yeah.
I'm planning on showing up and this guy walking out with this dog in his arms, like laying him in my back seat.
Right.
Type. No, I show up and this dog is like bouncing off the walls, and he's going all over the front yard and through her flower beds and all this stuff. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with this dog.
Right.
Like,
no.
He's totally fine. He's jumping up on me. He's giving me kisses. He's wiggling his butt. Like, he's excited to get in the car. Like, all the things.
Crazy.
I don't get it.
And then the other thing that absolutely freaking floored me was, and I believe the dog probably had some transitional diarrhea. Okay, maybe. But, like,
that's
the thing that
normal.
floors me is this dog went from Natasha's house to his new adopter's house, and supposedly had all of these issues, and then got to the new foster home with 2 dogs and probably a bunny, knowing heaven.
Oh, I know, yeah. Because we were worried about that because it's a Brittany Springer Spaniel.
Yeah.
I'm like, do not let your rabbit out of the cage at all, ever, as long as this dog is here.
Right. So goes into a crazy different environment, 2 really playful dogs. Does not shed itself once, does not throw up once, does not act sickly once, does not act
playing
like
and
lethargic
romping
at all.
around with her dog.
Playing, no issues. What? How is that even possible? I don't even get it. What?
And I immediately am like, I try to find the best in people. I try to not, just for my own personal sanity and faith in humanity. Like, but at some point it's like, come on, man. This isn't even like this. That didn't happen.
Right. Right.
I don't know what else to say about it.
There's nothing else there's nothing that we can do. I mean, you don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know.
So anyway, outside of that story, I'm over on Sun Valley Facebook group page, and there's these 2 dogs running amok at Sun Valley for like a week now. And the guy that had the murder puppies,
the murder named theme puppies,
whatever.
They didn't murder anybody, but
Carl. Not yet, anyway.
For that casual first-time listener.
Speaking of which, I've been listening to watching the Ed Gein show on Netflix. Just came out.
Oh,
very well done.
I will watch it. I'm
That's
rewatching Mindhunter right now.
Oh, get in this one. You like it.
So Carl and us, we've all got this really good relationship, and I sent him a screenshot of these dogs running at Sun Valley because he lives right there too.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure that it wasn't his or wasn't his neighbor's.
Around there, if you know the dog, you know the dog.
Right.
You know whose it is.
So he calls me. This is the same day I pick up this Evinrude,
Mm-hmm.
and I just dropped Evinrude off to heaven, and then the foster, not the location.
No one was murdered or died in this episode. Well, actually, that's not true. But no dog died in this episode.
And I'm driving home, and Carl calls, and I don't know if you know anything about people from Southern Iowa, but they are going to tell you a story, and you're constantly going to wonder, like, looking for the tie.
Right, like where? How
it doesn't
are we gonna get there?
exist. It doesn't exist. He's just a really nice guy that likes to talk. I find it nice. It's cool.
I can relate, I guess.
So he said he was checking on this and checking on that, and he was trying to get his neighbor's dog neutered and all these things. And he said, well, I did see that Tasha had that Brittany Springer Spaniel, but I noticed it wasn't on your website anymore. It must have got adopted. I said, well, actually, it did get adopted yesterday, but it's back today, and I just dropped it off to the foster. He goes, oh, really? And I said, yeah, because he hunts dogs, but he hunts labs, primarily labs, I think. Whatever.
He doesn't hunt them. He hunts
Well, what
with them as
what were they?
helpers.
Yeah, whatever breed they.
He's not shooting
It's not
Labrador
labs.
retrievers.
It's a different breed. But anyway.
Wait, is that the guy that he does the griffins?
Yes, that's it. That's the
Oh,
one.
yeah. Those are awesome. Yeah.
So anyway, so he's in that
World.
that circle.
Yeah. And he's a very, like,
He's a very good
breeder.
trainer.
Good breeder,
And-
good trainer.
and
Like,
trainer.
yes.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that too. Another dog that he trained, and then the guy sent the dog off to another train. I mean, it was a whole thing. He goes, well, I might know somebody that's interested. I said, cool. I'll send you the pictures and forward them on to him and give him my number. So he does. And I get a call like 2 hours later from this guy in Mount Air. And he works for the DNR. He's some biologist or something. And he volunteers for Pheasants Forever. And he used to have a Brittany and blah, 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 all the things. His family's really outgoing. He's got an older lab that's on her way out and a younger lab that they still hunt and all this stuff. And
With.
right. You know what I mean.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Do we?
I just want to be clear.
And so, yeah, I mean, it all just worked out beautifully. I said, well, here, I called and talked to him and told him all the things I knew. And I said, you know, gave him the whole story, and he submitted his application. I forwarded it to Heaven. They met up. They had a meet and greet. And then Heaven took the dog all the way down to Mount Air.
Yeah, awesome.
From Ankeny, which is a good hour and a half.
That was a very Heaven thing of her to do.
It really
Haven
was.
would never have done that.
And yeah, he got adopted. That dog hit the freaking lottery. He
I'm
went from
telling
a backyard the size of this countertop in middle of Des Moines to
Oh, hell yeah. And I know
Southern Iowa prairie.
when we get those calls and the dog's getting returned immediately, we feel like, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? And we're searching for it. But I feel like more often than not, we just need to remind ourselves that shit works out like it's supposed to. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, how many times have I said that? I said dogs have a way of getting out of places they don't belong.
that's right.
That they will figure it out, and
That dog was like, I am going to literally ship myself out of this place because I don't like it. I want a farm and I want all the people. But Heaven said on her way back home, she'd only had that dog for 2 days. Or 24 hours just about. And she said on her way back home, she was like sobbing because it was so perfect. Like it all just worked out exactly like it was supposed to.
Super cute dog, though. I mean, I would never own a Brittany.
Oh, no, absolutely not either of our types of dog. But both of us on multiple occasions were like, that's
Such
the
a cute
cutest
dog.
dog we've had. Like,
Well, that picture, I've said that before, too. That picture that Natasha got, dead on face.
oh, God.
And his eyes are all squinted. He's the cutest little thing.
Absolutely darling. So
Anyway, so that was Evinrude. He came in and went out. Kirby.
Oh,
the fat little toad.
Kirby.
He's in and out, too.
Yes. Well, you know, so we...
As of like 45 minutes ago.
Yeah, we had to add him to the list after we made the list. So, you know, we get these intake requests and it's always, you know, half rabid Labrador that you can't touch and all the things. And it's like, oh, well, we can't really do much with that, you know. And then occasionally we get these ones where they're like, yeah, so these people had a baby and they had another little kid, but they had a baby and the baby had some severe complications where they were like dealing with a lot of medical stuff with the kid. And they said, like, it's just been really bad because the dog is so overwhelmed by everything that has to happen with, like, the care for this child that he just hides in the corner. And the older child, the toddler, was kind of tormenting the dog because he's not getting a lot of attention either because the new baby is, like, very sick and blah, blah, blah. It's like, these are the excuses. I will take it. That's fine. So anyway, they meet me. I go get him, and I'm expecting to pop out of the car. They wrote down 20-pound Chihuahua. I was like, there is no way this Chihuahua is 20 pounds. People don't know.
He was every bit of it, folks.
People don't know what dogs weigh, and they'll like say, oh, I have a Chihuahua, and he's 20 pounds. I'm like, you don't understand weight. That's ridiculous. And I got there, and this dog literally bowled out, and like it was like a strike into my arms, a little bowling ball. Save me. Oh, Lord. He was so cute. I almost passed away. And he got adopted. Fat. Oh, so fat.
Definitely 20 pounds.
He was circular. Rotund.
So cute, though.
Oh, golly. He had the perfect little big, bulgy, round eye face, all the things.
But he's kind of older, wasn't he?
No, he's like Juji's age. He was born in 2020, so he's only 5. But
yeah. He's just this fatness makes him look old.
Yeah. He's seen some shit. He's seen the bottom of some food bowls,
Speaking of shit returns, Mackie came back.
Damn it. This one makes me mad because they knew what they were getting into and they just completely ignored it.
So here's a lesson for all of our fosters that might be listening. Never, ever, ever hold a dog for anybody.
Don't hold a dog.
Don't hold a dog because it never works out. And
if somebody's not excited enough to move heaven and earth to come pick up the dog that they really, really want to adopt, it's not worth it.
It's not the right spot.
No.
I learned that from Chris Wells. Yeah, so Ashley Smith was fostering this dog. She held it for like 3 weeks past, I think.
And I think a big part of it was she really loves this dog.
I know.
And she really wanted what was best for it. And she thought this was the best home because the people told her
they had short hair experience.
Yes, which they're psychos.
But they also lived in a duplex, which I'm like,
I know.
But maybe they didn't live in a duplex before. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Not that a duplex takes you out of the running for anything.
No.
But I just don't see how that's a great environment for a German Terrier Pointer. But
I mean, he's old too, even like an old one. Like they need to have something to do. Yeah.
But Mac and what was the one that came in with it?
May.
They, if you recall, came out of that guy's house. He was an alcoholic and he was in ICU. And they probably, they were taken care of, but
barely.
Probably could have been better taken care of, kind of things. They've got some issues.
Life. Yeah, they're anxious dogs.
Mentally, emotionally, they've got some things to work out.
So Mac was in foster care with Ashley, who was head over heels for him. Like gave him everything he possibly could need, and then he was adopted out. Obviously, there was going to be a transition period where he was like, "Wait a minute, I thought that was it. Like I liked her, and I stayed there for a month waiting for these people. I want to go back there." So he took himself back there.
Yeah, he had some separation anxiety and then a duplex, and he was barking and the neighbors were complaining and this and that and all whatever, blah, blah, all the excuses. But again, dogs get themselves out of where they don't belong. So I don't know, maybe Ashley will foster fail. If she does, great. If she doesn't, great.
Yeah.
We'll find the right spot for him, but
he's an old man. He just needs a few years of retirement somewhere, and he'll be happy wherever he lands with someone who understands that he needs more than 3 days to decompress.
But this is the problem with holding dogs.
Yeah.
And we do our very best, and I think we do a pretty damn good job of moving dogs pretty quickly. And it's not because we want to tout on how fast we can get a dog in and out or how many dogs we can run through in a year. That's not it. It's the longer that they're here. We want them here long enough that you can figure out the best place for them and what they need and get to know their personality to match them up right. And the least amount of time that they don't settle in, that they don't get attached, that they don't learn a home or, all those things, that they do that in their forever home.
Right.
It's a very fine line, and it's a different line for every dog.
It is different. Yeah.
So holding a dog for 3 weeks or any amount of time, I mean, I guess to me, if somebody came on a Wednesday for a meet and greet and said, well, can I come pick him up Friday after work so I have the whole weekend with him, whatever.
That's fine.
I think I'd be okay with that. But I'm always more excited when people, I know you hate this. I love this. Like when people put in an application and then they call you 10 minutes later and say,
Oh, God.
did you get my application? I really want to come meet this dog. And then you say, well, I could maybe meet you today at 4. I'll be there at 3:30. You know, like to me, that's
it. Yeah, it's an in between for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want someone to like be disrespectful of like
of your time.
my time.
Yeah,
There's
no, I get that too.
But also like I want someone that's excited. So I just had a conversation with a potential adopter and laid out the good, bad, the ugly, and she said, "Well, give me just a minute to talk about it, and then we'll decide." And then literally, by the time I got here, it was 10 minutes later, she's like, okay, well, we had the conversation.
Yeah.
And I'd like to meet her and, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's like, okay, yes, that's fine. Like, I appreciate. And when I emailed to say, hey, can you have a call today? She emailed right back. Like, that's appropriate.
Right.
But I just can't imagine, like, if I had seen Mr. Bojangles on Pet Finder and I like saw the picture, like how I saw him in real life and knew immediately. And I got a hold of people and they said, yeah, you can come meet him and pick him up tomorrow. I can't imagine not being there tomorrow.
Like this isn't pre-order bullshit.
No. like this is a once
we're not
in a
dropping dogs and you pre-order it.
I don't know. It's a once in a lifetime thing. When you know, or even if you go meet them and it's not right, that's fine. You just say, I'm going to keep looking because it didn't feel the connection. But like, oh God, 3 weeks of like, and they paid for him ahead of time. They paid his adoption fee. And
they're from like what, 2.5, 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Crazy lesson.
Well, anyway, that, it's all, we leave these up to our fosters to make these kinds of decisions. And sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. And there's only so many times that it doesn't before you're like, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah, you learn your own lessons. We learned our own lessons fostering for 10 years before we took on this rescue, and all of our fosters have to learn the same lessons.
It's not that you're doing it wrong.
No.
That you do it how you want to do it. This is just,
you're not doing it wrong, but you maybe haven't met enough shitty people yet.
Yeah. Which I'm jealous of you.
Yeah.
So
seriously.
Spork.
Spork was actually, Spork and Wicket, I feel like were completely brought into the Oh My Dog world because of my friend Kate, who said, I want a little chaos in my life. Can you find me a little Aussie for my dogs to play with? Because she's got an Australian Shepherd and she's got Tugboat, the little Chihuahua.
Yeah. Oh.
And they needed a playmate. She was like, I'm bored. Like, get me a foster. Find me a foster. So somebody emailed in and said, hey, I have this mini Aussie. I thought, perfect. Great. Oh, here comes our rain. Right on cue.
Every freaking time, man. Every freaking time.
Dang it. And then the people rehomed the dog themselves, and she was so disappointed. Literally the next day, Erin posts this little mini Aussie named Cody, and it looks like a mini border collie. It's even got like a little short, stumpy, fluffy tail. Like, it's absolutely darling. And so I sent it to Kate. She goes, send him to me. And so she named him Spork. And he is kind of a spork. He's just like sort of useless.
I liked Cody better.
And not at all, like, not crazy at all. He's just a spork. I don't know.
Well, I told you, I said, Cody reminds me of the Cody from Rescuers Down Under.
Yeah, I did like Cody.
And I could just hear his mom, Cody.
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 Yeah. So
what was the eagle's name in that? Cat.
The eagle was
Barahuda.
No. Yeah, I can hear it. Rescuers Down Under. It was Marahute. Is that how they said it? Can you have him say it? Marahute? Marahute.
I don't know if I can make that happen.
Marahute?
I'm going to have to go home and watch this now. Damn it.
Not on the
I still have it
Disney
on VHS.
Wiki. They won't tell us how it is.
I still have it on VHS.
It was actually shimmery and golden, which was like lovely. That's a great dog name if we knew how to pronounce it.
With the A.
Marahute. I think that's what it was.
And
he has
what was the lizard's name?
Joanna. Joanna. Give me that
egg. With the egg. He's got the lunch pail with the eggs, and she's over here with her tail, and he slides it over. Oh, God.
I love the rescuers.
And the little lizard in the cage with his tail.
Yeah,
and he's trying to unlock it.
His tail gets all crinkled because he's trying to unlock the lock.
What was his name? Oh, man.
I don't know what the
Look
one
at all
with
these
the
names.
Crookedy tail.
Could we do a Rescuers Down Under theme on these dogs coming in? The 10 coming in?
Get a list and then
The
we'll
rescuers.
push it. We'll push it. we'll push it because we've got Bianca
Yes.
and Bernard.
And the albatross.
Yes. Well, we already had an Evinrude, so that was one. But Bianca, Wilbur, Dr. Mouse.
Oh,
Cody.
man.
We could have a Cody because we didn't have one because we changed the name. So anyway, she spoke into existence in Mini Aussie. And then I was at Fleet Farm for a microchip event in which I was there for 3 hours of my life and one single dog came to be microchipped. However, while I was there, while in Ankeny, we received an SOS message. Horribly sad, actually.
I'm going to let you tell this story.
Yeah. Horribly sad, but this lady who has been following along with our rescue for a while, and she's a dog person, actually, she said, I literally just went to go check on my brother, and I found him passed away in his apartment, and his dog is in there, and I don't know what to do, but like the police are here, they're going to have to go back up and get the dog, and I need your help. And I was like, well, I am in Ankeny right now. Like, if you can find a way to get over here, like, just bring the dog here because I'm doing nothing. I'm just literally sitting on my thumbs, you know. So she shows up with this dog in a car full of hysterical people who just found a loved one passed away. Like, literally, the police were there. The coroner had to go in and, like, get the dog out.
She traveled with friends.
Yeah, I mean,
Family.
I think it was like his children. Like it was terrible. And so I'm like hugging this stranger in the parking lot. I mean, you never know what dog rescue is going to bring you. And I feel like I just immediately just took on everything that she had just experienced. And I'm hugging her in the parking lot. There's this little dog in a crate in the back. There's crying people in the car. And they literally are going back to wait for the coroner to like be able to take their loved one's body out of this home. And the little thing that we could do was say, yeah, right now we can help you. And you don't have to take this dog to a place where it's going to be in danger. It's going to go straight to a home and like be safe and all of that. And it was a little mini Aussie who we named Wicket, which is sort of cute because she's got a cricket. So she's got Cricket and Wicket.
Oh.
But my friend Cam, he is keeping Wicket right now, and she's going in for her spay in the morning. But Spork still very much remembers that he used to have balls, and so he was
Humpy.
being a little humpy to Wicket, so we separated them for the time being. And anyway, but they're both safe. But she manifested both of those dogs. So anyway.
Oh, that little... Well, I guess it's Spock now. Spork.
Whatever. Spork. That's hilarious.
He's so cute.
Well, we can reuse the name Cody. And there's a Jake Francois.
What was the name of the lizard? Not Joanna, the other one.
Joanna. What if we make Joanna foster Joanna?
Why aren't there pictures?
Well, because there's a storm and it can't load. I don't think that allows you to load because these are minor characters. I don't think the little lizard didn't even...
Yeah, the
I know, but it didn't have a... Did it have a name?
Oh, definitely. Because remember the koala would yell at him?
Oh, yes. The Rescuers Down Under was the superior movie, in my opinion.
I disagree. I like
know.
the first one.
I understand that, but I grew up on The Rescuers Down Under, and that's where the bird, who we don't know how to say its name, was in.
Lizard.
Oh, and Bob Newhart was Bernard. I knew there was there were some really good. John Candy was Wilbur. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. Oh, The Great Mouse Detective. Did you watch that movie?
Oh, yeah.
I loved that one too.
Also good.
Yeah. The Rescuers, though. I think that's like a big weird. That's why we're here. I feel.
Frank. It's Frank.
Oh, Frank. You're right, Frank.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got. Oh my God!
It's the
I thought
eggs
you were
one.
making that noise. I was like, that's really good. That sounds just like Joanna.
This is when he eats the eggs.
Did you take one of my eggs? These are not Joanna eggs.
Oh my God. I love that movie.
Oh, I
so
hope that the
much.
crew is on Deacon Owl, Rufus. Oh yeah, Even Rude. Madame Medusa, done. This is Penny.
Okay, but we got to pick one or the other. One
No.
movie or the other.
We have 10 dogs coming. We can have
I know,
both.
but we can do the Rescuers this time, and then the Rescuers Down Under for the next intake.
I guess so.
Or opposite.
Well, we better do the first one first.
True.
Okay. All right. Well, get the list ready so that we know how to tell people what they're doing.
Orville. Yes.
Oh my
Mr.
gosh.
Snoops.
Mr.
Snoops.
Mr. Snoops. Okay, that's going to be good. I hope that this comes of that.
What was her name? Go back.
Mr. Snoops.
What was her name though?
Madame Medusa.
Medusa.
I told you this before, but I have all of the glassware from the Rescuers. Like they
I'm
had the
jealous.
commemorative glasses. I have the whole set.
If you go to a flea market as you did this past weekend
Yes.
and ever find another one, I would love it.
Well, actually, mine are all in a box. So if you'd actually use them, you can have them. I really like to collect things and then I don't know what to do with
Yeah,
it. So
I
if
know,
you would
same.
actually use them, you could have them.
Same.
Anyway.
Okay, we got to get through the rest of these.
Gnocchi.
That was an old crusty musty that's taken
Took
Thayer's
Thayer's
place.
spot at Carrie's.
right.
So,
Maeve.
Maeve.
Okay, and Rufus, 2 giant
Nope.
wieners.
Maeve is a Sheltie that came.
Yeah.
Rufus and Thumper.
Definitely clipping that.
What?
Rufus and Thumper, 2 giant wieners.
They have new names now. Rufus and Thumper, which Thumper is near and dear to my heart. That was my really old Lost Ops. It was named Thumper. But they're now named Long John and Frankenweenie.
Look, that looks like a large Johnson.
Yeah, they should have named one of
Airplane.
them Johnson.
Johnson.
Huge.
Long
Rabbits.
John, Long Johnson. Should we change it to Long Johnson?
Anyway, 2 giant wieners that
They're overweight, 6 years old. Older lady couldn't care for them anymore. Same thing with
Tracy and
Gnocchi.
Johnny just finalized the adoption of
Tonight.
Fern Gully, whatever the hell her name was.
Gully.
And literally, like on their way home, they picked up these 2 wieners.
Well, here's the crazy thing. The 2 wieners, they were supposed to take weeks ago, and they ended up taking Fern Gully because the people who had the wieners decided
Oh, they were going to
didn't-
try and figure it out.
They were like, it's fine.
This was the lady that had a stroke.
Yes, and the stroke lady,
Yeah.
she was like, I can't make my sister give up her dog. She's doing a lot better, blah, blah, blah. Turns out she was not doing a lot better, but it gave us enough time to find Fern Gully a home, and now, and they picked the wieners up, like, right after.
Good,
It's amazing.
Good.
That's it.
Okay, so adoptions. Well, first of all, Fern Gully, Mackey's on there.
Well, because
All
he
right.
he was adopted, but he
Now
was
he's
returned.
back.
He's purple.
Oh, he's
so-
in and out.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And Evinrude, we already talked about all those.
Yep.
But big announcement. Huge
Huge.
announcement.
Big, huge,
Huge.
huge,
Huge.
huge.
Murr
Murr, a ditch dog.
has been adopted.
Ditch dogs can find homes.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, Murr. He is the cutest face, and he is doing great. He's already had a pup date, and they're very happy with him.
He got adopted by the guy that opened Slim Chickens.
Oh, the Slim Chickens guy.
Slim Chickens guy.
Well, I hope he gets leftovers occasionally, you know?
No bones, though.
Well,
Tenders only.
yeah, tenders only.
Pops got adopted. Our golden olden.
Yeah, he was it was probably my problem that he didn't get adopted faster because I made some jokes about his like glass eyeball being like a fortune teller and like things like that. People didn't really like that or pick up on it like I thought they would. But anyway,
You never know what people are going to like.
he was a little tiny chihuahua out of death row in Kansas. But
Autumn and Cider
were those
The-
breeder release doodles.
that I tried to hook up with that one gal.
Yeah, we took them in because we specifically had a
I
doodle adopter waiting, and then it didn't work out, which is fine.
But that also helped Carrie out over at Fluffy Buds, too, because she was
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to take them.
yes, yeah.
She couldn't because she's having knee surgery.
Today. I hope
Today.
she's doing okay. Yeah, so Autumn and Cider, they were super shut down. Like, Autumn is still barely eating. Like,
Yeah.
but Autumn, I wanted to mention, was adopted by a previous adopter who adopted a 16-year-old dog in our very first year of Oh My Dog.
Oh.
She shows up, this young 20-something
Oh, yeah, I
girl,
remember
and
that.
she's so adorable and plucky, and she shows up to adopt literally a crusty pile of dog who she absolutely loved, and died this year. And so she was like, you know what? I'm ready. And so she took on a breeder release dog, and she's doing everything possible to give her a great life. So I love that.
T-Rex was with Mike and Linda.
Yep. Little Yorkie Aussie mix.
Adorable.
So cute. Went home with a nice dude, it looked like.
And Kirby. That
Yeah.
that was the other in and out. The fat toad.
Kirby really did get a strike.
Oh man. Okay, so those are the ins and outs.
Yes.
We would like to plug our events coming up.
Yes.
Our bingo event is scheduled for Friday, October 24th. Doors open at 5:30 at the Simpson Barn in Johnson.
Yes. So that
Johnston.
is 2 weeks from today. We will have bingo at the barkin' bingo at the barn. It's going to be amazing. We have now booked a really great MC. We are going to have Holly calling some bingo.
You did confirm with him that.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
in.
Good.
He's in.
We
And
have.
He said he would wear his suit. He's going to wear a suit, you guys.
like it was an option. For Kara and I were talking about this last week too, because we were meeting with our bingo committee.
There's so many people. It's
bingo
very overwhelming
committee.
to have help, you know?
Yeah. It's great to have help because they're doing such a phenomenal
They're doing
job.
most of the work, but it's just a lot to think about.
But they are, I mean, the silent auction items are legit, y'all. I mean,
Off the hook. We have so many great things. Well, first of all, the pet psychic said she would donate a session. So after you listen to her next week, you'll be able to actually bid on a silent auction.
I was going to pull up the silent auction sheet and I don't have that freaking Chrome
Oh,
login saved.
I think I can get it.
But yeah, we've got the food thing figured out. We've got beverages figured out. Natasha and Ashley and Jenny and Julie and Zaddy Nick and Ashley. Did I already say Ashley? Ashley Green.
Yeah.
And William.
Yep.
Zucker's dad, William.
William Zucker.
I mean, I know I'm forgetting people. Hannah. Everybody, they are just doing such a great job
And
getting
Brad,
everything
he's digging
put together.
out stuff. Oh, yeah.
And making connections and getting stuff donated. So a couple of the that's action items. Where do I find the silent
I went to the
auction
silent
stuff?
I had it up.
I was on that tab there.
Oh.
I want the silent auction stuff. So we are getting some really big items in our silent auction, and all the gals are getting together in a week or two to put all the silent auction baskets together. But some of the items we've got coming, we've got jewelry from Bacon Jewelry coming, Bark Avenue's donating some things, Iowa State Wrestling has donated
We've got Iowa and
tickets.
Iowa State game tickets.
Iowa football and Iowa State football as well are donating. We've got Chubby Pug Cheese. I mean, the
the
list
best
is
dog treats ever.
Des Moines Bucks, Des Moines Zoo, Drake Bulldogs, East Village Spa.
We got Flick's Brew House.
The
We've
Escape
got
Room.
Escape Room.
Of course, Flat Tire Lounge is going to donate.
Did my best.
Honey Creek, golfing, Knox Training is donating some training sessions, massages, Paws and Pints, Redekers, Seven Oaks, Sisters and Cheese,
Like, this thing is going to be crazy. I don't have enough money for this silent
the
auction,
Strength
so I hope
Shop.
you all do.
And this isn't even all of them, y'all. I'm just like
It's
grabbing things out of this list.
crazy. And if
Ray Gun,
so, what
the Des Moines Symphony.
Oh yes, symphony tickets. Well, and if you don't if you come to bingo because you love bingo, not necessarily because you're a crazy dog person, cool. We've got stuff for you to go do. But then also, if you're a crazy dog person, we're gonna have the cutest dog baskets with
Yes.
toys and treats and bones and grooming and all that kind of stuff. Done.
So anyway, there's a ton of moving parts here, but we have it handled. We will figure it out as always.
It's gonna be so fun.
It's going to be great. So you can buy tickets on eventbrite.com.
Yes,
the link
there are
is on our website. There's a
Yes.
link on our Facebook page where we're pushing all that out all the time.
Yeah.
Tickets are $30 a piece. They include 5 bingo tickets. We're doing 5 rounds of bingo, but you can play those however you want. If you want to save them all for the last round, you can buy more tickets at the event as well.
Yep.
So
And we're going to have like crazy fun things happening during. We have an artist coming who is going to be doing quick sketches of your pet. So if you bring your favorite picture of your pet, you can get your dog drawn. And they'll be donating a large portion of that back to us. We also are going to have when you go to the hockey game, the 50-50 split.
we're doing 50-50 raffle.
Yeah.
We'll have, I think Natasha said we're going to do like a basket raffle too.
Okay.
Like a high
like the
ticket item,
best basket.
something.
Yeah.
And then there will be prizes for each bingo round as well. So I think this is going to be a stellar event. I just, want to remind everybody it's a fundraiser.
Yeah.
For Oh My Dog. We want to get the word out. We want to get in front of some people. So bring your friends, bring your family, anybody over 18, and no dogs.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
I know. I'm afraid people are going to bring their dogs.
I think dogs are allowed there, but we're asking for you not to bring your dog.
Because we're serving food and everything.
And it's
going to be packed. It's not going to be a great environment.
This is
for
not
dogs.
a good environment for dogs. We're not here to stress dogs out. We're here to save them. So
yeah, yes. So fun, but space is limited. So get a group of people, come out, enjoy
Can you
the
see
night.
how many tickets we've sold?
Yes,
Oh, look at you! You're already on it.
Yeah.
So we've got like 80 tickets left.
Yeah, they're going to sell fast.
They're going to sell fast. So get out there.
This will sell out, no doubt about it.
Yep.
So
And also, if you already have your tickets, please share the event and
get more friends to come.
Bring your friends, bring your family.
Yep. And so the food and drink we're working on a menu right now, but it's going to be, just a great Iowan meal. The
pulled pork
and some really good sides.
We'll have some vegan options as well.
We will.
And I think we're ended up on cupcakes, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to have cupcakes for dessert. And then we'll have several different alcoholic and non-alcoholic drink options, which all of that will be free will donation. So come, just enjoy and be a part of Barking in the Barn Bingo. Love it. It's
so that's, again, Friday, October 24th. Now, listen, we're going to take a half a day off on Saturday. And on Sunday, we're going to hit it hard again with our microchip clinic in Madrid.
Yes.
So
more than one dog will show up to this.
Yeah, and we actually could use a volunteer or two for that event. So if you love Halloween stuff, if you have Halloween stuff, if you're good at decorating, we would love a hand with that because it is Halloween themed. It's going to be a costume contest.
Yep.
We need to create the event. And
we do need to do all of that.
We need to do some work.
I'll be there to stab doggies.
Carol will be injecting microchips if you need one. Getting dogs signed up and registered for the city of Madrid. If you are a resident of Madrid, you don't have to be a resident of Madrid to attend.
Right. It's only $20 to get a microchip, and it's a lifetime registration. So if you go to the vet, you pay $50-$60 for a microchip, and then you have to pay a registration fee and membership thing after that.
You don't have to, but people get conned into doing that.
This is a lifetime registration, and you don't have to pay to change it or anything like that. It's no sort of scheme or scam. It's a really great thing, and it's always connected back to the rescue. So if something happens, you're on vacation, your dog goes missing, they call you, you don't answer, they're going to call us next. Guess what? Then your dog is safe and we'll figure it out and keep your dog safe until you can be found. And so it just gives you another layer of protection for $20. So that's a big deal.
Well, Pup Cups and other fun things to do. We have our professional photographer on site doing red carpet Halloween photos. So if you would like to be in that picture, great. If you don't, fine. Doesn't, wear a costume, don't wear a costume. I don't care. As long as you're clothed, it doesn't really matter to me.
My mom is so funny because, and I forgot I have to tell her this, but Angel, her little dog, just turned 16. 16 years old.
Yeah, I saw that. Adorable.
And that gross thing on her chin broke off, so she's not doesn't have an old lady dog goiter on her face anymore. She's kind of cute again. So anyway, she was like, Angel and I have our costumes. She's gonna be an angel and I'm gonna be a devil. And I was like, oh my God. And she does have a devil costume already. I know, because she used to wear it when my kid would go trick or treating.
I think that's perfect.
But they're having a costume contest at Paws and Pints. So you could stop out at the contest and then drive your way down to Madrid and come, and we'll have a costume contest down there.
Oh, very cool.
So bring your costumes to both places.
Or vice versa.
Yeah, either way.
Either
yeah.
way. Okay, so that's the Microchip Clinic. That's on Sunday, October 26th from 1 to 4 at Flat Tire Lounge in Madrid, Iowa.
Yes. Even if your dog is microchipped, please bring them out. It will be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
We'll have drink specials, things like that. Other things happening. We have new microchip stations up and running. Ogden, Adel, Huxley, and Carlisle are all live.
Isn't that crazy? Look
Yep.
at you go.
So Dad and I went and did Ogden, Adel, and Huxley last Wednesday. And easy peasy, great time. I'd put everything together ahead of time, so all we had to do was get them on the
She's got an assembly line going,
on the wall.
essentially, at this point.
Getting really good at that.
Yeah.
And then Zaddy Nick, our Boy Scout.
Seriously, the pictures, I should have posted the whole photo scheme when I posted that post, but I didn't. I just posted him standing by it. But Natasha sends us like she literally did
Like a
nothing.
time lapse.
She didn't help at all.
Pockets.
One hand was in a pocket. The other hand was taking pictures of Nick doing every single step of hanging up this microchip station. And it was so cute because it's like, it's a pole.
It's a post.
It's a post. A pole.
A pole is metal. A post is wooden.
I was struck by a pole. Did I tell you that?
Yes.
Crazy. I got Final Destination this week. Poles fell off of a truck and struck my vehicle. I know. I had to honk at the guy and like call the people. It was crazy. Anyway, a post was put into the ground out in front of a dog park in Carlisle. And I would think that you would just go over there and like hold the sign up with one hand and drill with
That's
the
what I
other
would've
hand
done.
and like good enough, you know? Oh, no. Our little Boy Scout, he's up there. The post was 4 inches wide or whatever.
4 by 4, yeah.
And he's like measuring to the middle, marking it with a little flat pencil and like
Oh my God.
hilarious. That thing is plumb. That's a word.
You should see me and Dad put these things up. It's mostly me standing there handing him things like a surgical assistant
Scalpel. Gauze.
Real bit.
and him stringing a bunch of curse words together and us making fun of anybody that walks by. It's a good father-daughter team building
yeah.
activity.
Well, all in all, I'm glad I'm not involved in any of these installations because I would be very little help.
And I always make sure, because 99% of the time it's with the police department. So far, it's always been with the police department.
Yeah.
And so I always make sure to drive my car. And I always make sure to make sure that they saw me.
Hey, did you see my license plate? And you'll remember what that
Right.
says.
I'm going to be good for the 5 surrounding counties for a while. Knock on wood.
We would never do anything that would need that, but just so they remember.
I get pulled for my freaking tin all the time. It's stupid. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
tell the story about the Fleet Farm thing.
Oh, my dog. So, yeah, I like briefly mentioned I was at the Fleet Farm thing for a defunct microchip clinic. But while I was sitting there, of course, we got the mini Aussie. But then this man walks up and I got zero business. They put me over in the auto parts department, like in the corner. Like no one knew I was there except for the auto parts lady. And there was a spin art in the other corner, like for children. You know, you put the paint down and the
I'm
thing
telling you
twirls.
what, it's turning into a carnival out there.
I cannot. So anyway, I'm sitting there. I'm like, whatever, you know, annoyed. And this is before the dog had been dropped off, luckily. But this man comes up and he's wearing a
Is
button
this before or after pee pants?
after. Yeah. So before this, it's literally like some sort of event where they have like children's, like you build something and you go on to the next station and you do something and you get they were handing out hot dogs and ice cream sundaes in the Fleet Farm. I'm like, what did we sign up for? I do not care for this. There's these children running around literally screaming at the top of their lungs. The only people in my corner of the store where I'm supposed to be microchipping dogs, and they put like a children's thing. So there's children screaming. A little girl is just running amok. Her pants are completely urine soaked and no one seems to care except for me. And I'm like, what? And she's making spin art. The spin art people didn't note on that she's urinated herself. Her parents didn't seem to care, but whatever. Oh, neither here nor there. No story can be short. And so then I'm sitting there.
Building my case, man.
Terrible. It was a horrible situation. So I'm sitting there and this man walks up and I think, oh my goodness, somebody's going to like come ask me about the rescue. This will be nice. I was ready to give my spiel. You know, I sat up in my chair and he's wearing a button down shirt, short sleeved, pocket on the left for cigarettes or other things. And it had tiny classic cars all over it and a long ZZ Top style beard. Okay. I think.
Tiny cars all over it, you said?
Cars. I have a picture of him because in case I needed it for a police report later, I took a photo. It has little classic cars all over it.
Okay.
Okay. Button down car shirt.
Do we have an estimated weight on this man? Like 6.
Height and weight.
Yeah, height and weight for the police report.
Height 6'2", weight 350.
Oh shit. Okay. Big boy. Big cars.
The cars were working hard.
Okay.
Okay.
The button's on, the button down.
We're working hard.
Could you turn slightly, sir? When one of these buttons pop, I don't want to lose an eye.
I'm in danger.
That's a joke we tell at my family. It's not anything on this person. Go ahead.
Okay. So he walks up and I have my little basket of pins and stickers, which I had already been like thieved. Those children with the pee pants, when they came into the store, the kids got one of those aprons like you get at Home Depot.
Yeah.
Apparently they have those at Fleet Farm too for the children. They have their Home Depot, Fleet Farm knockoff, whatever things with the apron with the pockets. The little girl is literally grabbing handfuls of buttons and pins and stickers and just shoving them in her pocket. And I'm like, girl, you're going to have a bigger problem later in life. Whatever, take our pins.
Resource guarding.
I know. I was like, oh my God, please go. And my face, the mom was like, Samantha, get back over here. She knew that I didn't want them there. But anyway.
Lord. Would you like me to microchip your child, ma'am?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So anyway, the guy's standing there and he reaches into the pin bucket and he pulls out a pin and he looks at it and he goes, ooh, dogs. And I go, and I just think he's going to make a joke, you know, like he's going to be really sweet. And I thought he was going to say, I've got a Labrador retriever at home and I love him, you know. And so I'm prepared for like, well, we're a foster-based rescue here in the Des Moines area. Blah, 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 blah. I have my whole thing ready. And he goes, I kill dogs. And I go, oh, what? And I'm just by myself, no one around because Pee Pants Girl has left. She got enough things. And I'm like, oh boy. And there's some people waiting to get their oil changed. So they're sitting right behind me in 2 recliners. And I'm sitting like our chairs are backed up to each other. And the guy's like, yep, I hate dogs. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I said, oh, okay. And I'm still just unsure of what's happening. I think he's just a funny old man who's going to like make a joke. It's going to break out at any moment. Just kidding. And he goes, I've been bit 3 times. And there's been 3 dead dogs. And I go,
oh my God.
I said, dear God. I said, you have said that to the wrong person. And he's like, I kill them. If they bite me, I kill them. And I said, you are a horrible man. I just yelled the words, you're a horrible man, with like that same inflection.
The entire store turns and looks.
Well, the people getting their oil changed were like, like, what's happening? And the guy just kind of steps back and he's like, yep, they bite me and I'll kill them. 3 dead dogs. God. And then he shuffles down and all the kids are gone. He went and made a spin art.
Jesus.
So he's down at the spin art stand for another like 30, 40 minutes. And I'm just sitting there toiling away in my head of like, I couldn't think of anything other to say than like, you shouldn't have said that to me. And you're a horrible man.
What else is there to say?
Well, I was hoping he would come back and like elaborate on the situation where I could say, dogs are the greatest judge of character. So I have no surprise that you've been bit 3 times.
Right.
But no. He makes his spin art, stands over there, waits for it to dry, and then shuffles on. What in the world?
I would like to think that probably never happened, and it's probably a lot of show. And
Like, why would he say that? Was he just trying to rile me up and
Yeah.
that's what he does? Like,
Yeah.
he just goes along and like,
yeah,
I don't think so. I think he may have killed 3 dogs.
well,
We can
he
show the
should
picture.
probably be on some sort of list, like our
I-
do not adopt list.
I was trying not to make eye contact with him because I was like thinking hard about what I was going to say when he came back. And so I didn't get a picture of his face, but I can get you a picture
See, this
of
is why I can't go to those things, because I would have gone back up to him. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
it's a car shirt.
I would have gone back up to him and like held my phone out, showing him that I'm recording, and I would say,
What did you say?
"What
again?
was that again? About killing dogs?"
Well, I was also ready to record when he came back. Like I thought he was going to have to walk back past me, and so I was like ready to record when he like said something again, but I missed.
Didn't happen.
It didn't happen. So whatever. It was insane. I was like, my heart was like beating out of my chest. I was like, what is happening? Like, am I being punked right
Did
now?
any dogs come to get microchipped?
One.
One.
And it was an employee's dog. They were wearing a Fleet Farm shirt.
Well, to be fair, they did zero.
They posted
Marketing.
I sent them a little Canva square and they posted it like the day before.
Right.
And I'm like, well, cool. Great. The other thing that they marketed was like a literal photograph of a piece of paper that had the hours wrong that we were even going to be there.
Oh my god.
So
I don't think
my
this is-
expectations were low. Had I been like in the pet section, I think I probably could have microchipped a few more dogs because like people brought their
Right.
dogs in. They were going to the pet section. I saw dogs come and go, but they like weren't coming over to me.
Why would they?
No. Why would they?
Poor placement.
Yeah. It's some feedback I'll share.
Well, we still love the Fleet Farm. They are
Oh,
very
they give
generous
us all
to
kinds
us.
of stuff. Oh yeah, I'm happy to go do that again. I just probably a different spot would be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems to be.
Farther away
A
from
theme.
kids who pee their pantses and dog murderers.
Well, we'll wrap this up with the final, less chaotic story. There is a club down at Sun Valley Lake called the Parrot Head Club. There's also another club called Key Midwest. I guess it's a location called Key Midwest. And those two kind of partner up. The Parrot Head Club is a charitable organization. They donate, like, I think last year they said they donated almost $300,000 to
Holy
charities.
shit. Now, for those of our listeners who are not parrot heads, what is a parrot head?
That's Jimmy Buffett fans.
Yes.
And Key Midwest
Cheeseburger
is
in
yeah.
paradise.
Key Midwest is a
Yeah.
sploof on Key West,
Right.
which is where Margaritaville
Jimmy,
is.
Jimmy
and
Buffett was
all that.
Key West man. Yeah.
So it's a very cool place. You wouldn't think the inside looks like it does from the outside.
Right.
But they've got a really cool stage that they made out of like an old pontoon
So cute.
and like a Jimmy Buffett Santa Claus, and there's lights and palm trees, and it's all very cool. And they have Jimmy Buffett cover artists all summer long.
Oh, well, I remember when you first were looking at that place and we Googled it and they had that they have like an event.
Yeah.
Where they,
Well, it's a whole series. So,
Yeah.
so for at the beginning of the season, you can buy like a series pass for like, I think it's like $300, and you can go to all of them all summer long.
Oh my gosh. Cute.
Or you can just go to single events.
Yeah.
And there's like $30 or $40, and all the money goes to the artist.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't love Jimmy Buffett's music. Like, it's whatever. Like, I don't, I'm not like listening to it,
I'm
but I
same.
love the vibe.
Yeah.
That is like the cheeseburger in paradise life. Like the just chill,
Laid back.
no one,
Yeah.
no worries in the world. Everyone's cool. I'll be cool to you.
Yeah.
Nobody's killing dogs.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Nobody's peeing their pants.
Nobody's being, well, they might be.
So anyway, Saturday they had their final event of the season. The lake pretty much shuts down after Labor Day, so this was their final event. It was like a chili feed situation, and typically they collect funds for a shelter in the area, but that shelter had either gone defunct or
Something
they were
happened.
having issues. I don't know what the story was. I really don't care. But my realtor had told them, "Hey, Holly
These
is
are
right
the
there
bitch
in
dog
your
girls."
right there in your backyard," because I live just across the field from them. And she told them about Oh My Dog Rescue and how we'd helped with the ditch dogs and how microchips and all that stuff. And so they offered to collect donations for us, and I was like, cool. So I went over there. Great group of people. There was probably like 25 people there. And they brought supplies. They brought paper towels and dog food and dog treats and
Which paper towels are gold.
gold.
Absolute gold in our world. So.
And then they had this like little informal meeting thing with just a bunch of announcements. And then I went up and they let me talk about Oh My Dog for a good 10 minutes.
Adorable.
I gave them all the spiel and I told them all the things, and
You got to give the spiel. At least one of us did this weekend.
I was telling them about the microchip scanning station and how I wanted to put one up at the lake.
Yeah.
Because they have these stray dogs in the whole county, really.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a
Nothing
shelter.
there.
They don't have animal control.
It's very, very rural.
And so one of the guys came up to me afterwards, and he's on one of the committees for the Lake Association, and he's like, well, I'd really like to get this started for you. He gave me $100.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then other people, like, as they were going through the chili line, like, I was standing at the beginning of it just talking to them as they went through, answering questions and things. And, like, everybody gave me, like, $20 a piece. So it turned out to be a really great thing. I met some new people. I got to meet people at the lake. It was, personally, for me personally, I also got to make some connections and meet some people.
Well,
So it's been great.
it's the thing about doing this is like, and we're not, neither one of us are like in dog rescue to like make for no reason. We're not
Right.
doing it for any reason, but you do make friends.
Yeah.
Because people that are like-minded are going to gravitate towards what we're doing. And then you realize like, oh shit, there's actually like cool people in this world who like might
Yeah.
be okay.
I forgot to tell you this. The guy came up to me very early on, and he was like, Oh My Dog Rescue. He's like, my sister-in-law adopted a dog from you guys. They adopted
Yes.
Hendrix.
So there was two?
There was two.
Oh my gosh.
So then later,
two adopters?
Yeah.
That's insane.
at the end of the night, these two people came up. They were late to the party. They had something else to go to, and they came in afterwards, and they were like, we adopted Juan. And she goes, do you want to know why his name was Juan? And I said, because he only had one testicle. And she goes, yes.
Like, well, we were there for that naming.
But she had so many good things to say about her experience with the adoption. And
Oh,
with
that makes me
Emily
happy.
and
Well, of course. Yeah.
what's her husband's name?
Thomas.
You kn-
Thomas.
You know what my name is for him. Wink, wink.
Thomas loved that dog, so I'm sure he was pretty
Yeah.
involved in that, actually.
She was very thrilled with how everything happened and said it's a great dog and all the things. They had renamed him, though. I don't remember what they renamed him to, but
Not as good as Juan.
definitely not.
All right.
So those are
I
all the
absolutely
things.
love that. We've had a lot. We were trying to think about like what happened. Nothing. Oh yeah, a lot. Like we
Yeah.
just are very busy and we don't even realize it because we're too busy to realize it. So I love that we
Seems
get
like
to like decompress and like talk about everything. And
Yeah. There really wasn't
Yeah.
a theme for today's show other than to update on everything that's been happening.
the theme is buy your bingo ticket.
I think we should raffle off a name a dog.
Well, yes, I was thinking because last time we did this, we had a litter of puppies that were just born, and so we raffled off or that were going to be born, and we raffled off the naming rights. But I think, yeah, we should raffle off like the next 5 dog names, or like or 2 or 1.
And we're
maybe
definitely
not.
going to judge you on what you choose.
Well, we're on the raffle bin. It will say you can't choose Bella.
Here's a list of names that you cannot choose, and there's 690 of them now.
Actually, after tomorrow,
What
there
are we
will
at?
be 701
Oh my God.
names that you can't choose.
That's a big marker.
I've been telling people forever, like, yeah, we've rescued 700 dogs because I've just been rounding up.
Oh, I
But now
keep
it's
saying
real.
like 680, 690.
Oh, no, I've been rounding up for this day. So now I'm a truth teller.
How many days since January 15th, 2023?
She's
996 days.
Hmm?
So 997. 701 divided by, no, 997 divided by 1 dog every 1.4 days.
And I feel like there's days, like so many days where like we don't have any. And then but then we get these 10. And
Right.
yeah, I guess that's about right.
Yeah.
Wild.
Wild.
That's
All right. Well, anything else? Tanner, anything else?
No. it's
What'd you
always
learn here today, Tanner?
Everything. You should look at my notes.
I hope you come to the bingo event.
Are you?
I should, since my wife thought it was 2 weeks ago.
We would love to have you guys. That would be so fun. Get a babysitter for.
Do you want to call
sake.
around a bingo?
I think I would be good at it.
I think actually the number of listeners that of the podcast that we have that are going to be there, including Morgan from Wisconsin, who is going to call around a bingo.
Yeah.
You got to come call around.
She's
a
coming
bingo.
down. That would be cool.
That could be.
Check your calendar. Are you free?
Yay.
Please. We're putting him on the spot.
You're gonna
real
have
life
to be.
time. Okay. Well, we'll find out whether or not he takes our peer pressure.
What's your wife's name?
Allie.
Allie, that's right.
That's right.
I always get, because there's Allie and Allie St. John. Anyway, Allie, if you're listening,
She's not. But
would
if
you
she
please
is,
bring him to bingo? Would you please come to bingo and join us? I would love to meet you again.
yes, we would.
Okay. Anyway,
We'll
anything
figure
else?
it out.
Oh my dog.
What I mean when I see, what I see, what I feel, when I dream, when I be, I'm a freak, what up? Oh, what up? Everybody look at me when I'm free, when I feel, what I see, when I do it, I'm a freak, what up? Oh, what up? Say what we got, it's hot to spot, give up the drop, see what we got, do what, do what? We got to go, the body flow, too hot to show, the front row, we won't stop.